Hello and welcome to episode 303. And first of all, let me take this opportunity to wish you all a happy new year. I would have wished you a Merry Christmas if I could have got out before, but I just didn't get the opportunity to get out fishing pretty much the whole of December. So yeah, it's been a month since my last upload when I was fishing with Math out in Storm Burt. That was terrible conditions, and yeah, the conditions I've got for this session probably ain't gonna be much better, to be fair. It might look nice and clear and sunny, but we have got practically freezing conditions at the moment. The rods are out, I'm already fishing. I've got 3 nights on the bank ahead of me, and the temperatures for the whole time on this session isn't looking best past about 2 or 3 degrees, and I think the nights it's getting down to like -3, -4, so conditions wise for these 3 nights it's not looking great, to be fair. But like I say, it's been a month since my last upload. You know, just haven't had the opportunity to get out fishing. After my last session with Math, me and the missus had a little holiday to Brussels in the early part of December, and then obviously leading up to Christmas we were busy doing Christmassy stuff. Christmas wasn't great, if I'm honest with you guys. For those of you who don't know, my girlfriend Emma, her mother is terminally ill with brain cancer. She currently lives in a care home. Christmas Day, which is also my birthday, for those of you who don't know, we thought was going to be her last days on this earth. As it turns out, she just had a bit of a chest infection. A few days later she was right as rain, and yeah, she's all tickety-boo, apart from the terminal cancer she's got. But yeah, so yeah, Christmas wasn't great, if I'm honest, for you personally, guys. Yeah, probably one to remember from a personal point of view. But anyway, not to dwell on that, we're out fishing again. Right, some of you might recognise the background. A venue I've been to quite a few times before, but not for a while. Willow Fishery. As I've just said, I've got 3 nights ahead of me. I've set up in peg 24, which some of you might be familiar with. It was called the Pig Pen. I've fished it a few times before. I'm on the left-hand side. Left side of the swim can go up to 20 wraps, but I'm currently fishing 18 wraps on 2 rods and 16 wraps on the left hand rod. Thought it's better to start off a little bit shorter, and then if I want to go longer I've got a bit of scope to do that later in the session. So like I said, it is freezing cold. I've only just got set up, rods have only just gone out, just PVA bags, lobbed them out. But yeah, got a bit more setting up of my camp to do, guys, so yeah, I've dragged this intro on long enough. So I'll get back to you later on, guys, when I've got some fishing wise to show you. In fact, it might even be tomorrow unless any fish come along, because yeah, like I said, we're fishing and I'm not going to touch the rods unless something happens. It's not the time of year to be casting and casting and casting. It's kind of what I consider a kind of a bait and wait approach, or a cast and wait kind of time of year. So anyway, yeah, that's a long enough intro. Let's go fishing. Do you ever have those sessions where when you're at home you're all enthusiastic, you think, yeah, go fishing, not been for a while, and then when you get to the bank you think to yourself, what the bloody hell are you doing, you idiot? Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. Jesus H. Core blimey, it is cold. My phone says it's 1 degree at the moment, but it feels like it's in the minuses already. And it is going to get down to like -3, 4 tonight, something like that. Oh god, the things I put myself through, guys, to put a bit of content out for you. But anyway, because it's getting cold and damp, camera's already getting condensatey, so I'm going to put that away now, guys. So fingers crossed there'll be a fish in the night. If there is, I'll be shivering all the more so. But yeah, won't be long before it's dark. I'm going to put my dinner on soon, and then probably get into me pit, watch a film, and get nice and warm in me sleeping bag, I think, soon. Right then, guys, got the first fish of the session. And yeah, first fish of 2025. Caught it about half hour ago. It's been resting in the net for about half hour because I was just in the middle of cooking me tea, so I let it rest in the net while I finished having me dinner. But yeah, not quite a 20, just under 18.4. But cracking looking fish, and it's going to be cold, of course. But yeah, right hand rod, the one of the rods that was fishing at 18 wraps, just a solid PVA bag, no bait, nuts 365, 12mm, pop up. Oh god, I'm not looking for. Oh, that's going to be cold. So yeah, we're not blanking. Well, just 6 hours after casting out, really. Oh my god, that is cold. Oh, that doesn't like my warm hands. Oh. So yeah, pressure's off. Come on. There you go, guys. So just 6 hours into the session on the first night. Come on. Oh. So right, let's have another attempt at that. I'm not going to hold it for too long because clearly the fish doesn't like my warm hands, and I don't like the fish being cold. Alright, quick look at this side then, guys. Nice scaly fish float. Oh. Alright, here we are then, guys. Welcome back to the Antarctic. Everything is absolutely frozen out here. It took me a bit longer to prepare for showing you this one because literally everything was frozen solid. But yeah, fish number 2 in there, 4:30 in the morning, left hand rod. The left hand rod, I think I said in the intro, I chucked a bit shorter to 16 wraps, and I've chucked it kind of to the left of where I'm supposed to cast. I've got no one in swims kind of 21, 22, 23, so I can get away with it at the moment. But yeah, fish number 2 on the bank, and bigger than last night's fish. Common Not looking forward to this. And I'm sure he isn't as well. There we go. £24 common, guys. First 20 of 2025. Right, let's show you the other side and then just get her back so we don't have to keep her in a... Oh! The water bucket's frozen. There we go, the other side, but obviously commons look the same. Yeah, still the same tactics as yesterday's fish. Solid PVA bag, 12mm, not 365 pop up. No other freebies. Fish number 2 on the bank. Oh, good morning everyone to a very, very chilly -4 degrees this morning. Luckily, the old sun is coming up. It's a completely clear sky this morning, so the sun is nice and glowing this morning, which is taking the edge off of this freezing temperature this morning. But yeah, it's a -4 degrees according to the weather app on my phone this morning. So coming up for 9 o'clock, only just been out of my pit about 10 minutes. But yeah, but I'm very happy. Kind of one night done and 2 fish already. My expectations for this session was if I could get 1 fish over the whole session, just so it's not a blank, knowing what the conditions were going to be like, that was going to be me happy. So obviously I was happy after that was out the way, after 6 hours. I'm even more happy that I've had 2 fish, including a 20, after just the first night. When I had that second fish, I didn't even do another PVA bag. I just whipped the rod straight back out, just the bare rig. Mainly because my hands were so cold and numb. I just couldn't tie another PVA bag. I just wanted to get back in me pit. So tonight, I need to be more prepared and have some more PVA bags tied up for going into the night. So yeah, I've got to be fair, I wasn't prepared for catching any fish last night to put the rods back out again. But yeah, I'll be more prepared tonight. Right. Oh, that sun is absolutely lovely, taking the edge off of this cold. Right guys, first things first, get a hot chocolate on the go, then have some breakfast. Then once I've been fed and watered, I feel like I can sort of get this day going. Obviously we'll have a look at my rigs, because we've had 2 already. We'll have a look at how I'm fishing. Obviously it's PVA bags, but you know, I'll show you the rig in detail later on. Right, let's get that hot chocolate on the go so I can warm up, and then fingers crossed I can catch some more blocks of ice today. Although, when I got here, I did chat to some chaps who was leaving, and they all said all their bites all come at night. They had nothing through the day, everything was happening at night. So, if that continues to be the case, and it's obviously happened for me as well, then the days will be relaxed. I'd rather catch them in the day, to be fair, where it's a bit warmer, but if I didn't want to catch them at the night, I wouldn't be here, would I? So Willow Park Fishery is a 3-lake complex nestled next to the town of Aldershot in southern England. Just going past it is the little lake, which is like a little pleasure lake, float fishing lake, ideal for the kids to fish. Middle lake here is like an intermediate carp lake, ideal if you're beginning carp fishing and just learning the rope. Also used as another little match lake. Here now is the main lake, known as the big lake, and there's me fishing, sort of top middle of screen. Behind me we've got the busy A331 running past the complex, so apologies for any traffic noise, but as you can see, yeah, main dual carriageway right behind me on that side of the lake. But the rest of the lake is nicely spread out, got some nice swims. Like I said, it's a 10-acre lake with about 450 fish to mid 30 pound. Some real nice scaly fish in Willow Park Fishery. As you can see, the swims are nicely spread out if you're fishing on your own. But, but close enough also that if you want to have a social with your mates, you can. Very picturesque, scenic fishery. Well worth a look, and yeah, well, pay the visit to the fishery. Well worth it. Right guys, it's just after lunchtime now, just after 1 o'clock, and I'm going to be putting the rods back out soon. I had to wind in not long ago to go and have the daily facility visit. On the way back round, I did a lap of the lake, sort of the opposite way round, and just had a chat with a few of the other anglers that's on at the moment, just to see how they're fishing, see if it compares to what I'm doing. I was chatting to a lad, is it peg 1, 2, I think peg 3, 4, 5, 3 or 4, something like that, and he had 2 last night as well. And he said he's fishing similar to I am. He's not doing bags, but he's doing mesh bags, so similar kind of way, and on pop-ups as well. Chatted to another guy called Vince in the Oak Swim. Hi Vince, if you're watching. He had one last night, also on a pop-up. So yeah, see his pop-ups. Oh, what's working, and it's how I've caught my 2 fish. So, where's my rig? I'm getting ready. So, nothing special, guys. So, just a standard PVA bag rig, really. Inline lead, 2.5 ounce lead on a Gemini stem, 4 inches of supple braid. Little sinker in the middle just to help keep it pinned down. Probably doesn't do nothing, but if it gives you that confidence that the hook link's not looping up, then it works for me. And then I'm fishing a 12mm Nuts 365 pop-up. That's mounted to a size 6 wide gape hook, barbless of course, per fishery rules, and then a little BB shot just below the hook, and as you can see, it is literally just below the hook. There's literally about 2mm of braid between the shot and the hook, or the shrink tubing on the hook, and that's so it will only pop up just a small amount. I want it popped up just enough so that when the PVA bag melts, the hook and the bait is going to be sitting right above the little pile of pellet, and like I say, just a short amount between the shot and the hook, just enough so that there's enough braid there, just so that the hook's got a bit of rotation depending on which way the fish kind of approaches the rig. There's that just enough so that the hook can move around and, you know, aid hooking the fish better. And as I said, that's obviously a PVA bag rig and all that. I mean, I've not made any more bags up yet, but then my pellet mix is just a blend of different hinders, micro pellets, and that is as simple as it gets. So, not put any bait out yet. Again, I've not seen anyone put any bait out yet. The chap who had 2 on the far bank, he said he hadn't put any bait out yet as well. But I may put out just a little bit, just on one rod. Now we're kind of 24 hours into the fishing now. One rod obviously has done nothing, so I may put a bit of bait out on that rod, just to kind of see where we are, see if a bit of bait might help the catch rate. It might not, might spook the fish. Who knows, but I've got one rod that's done nothing so far, so I feel it won't hurt now just to put a bit of bait out later on, just on that one rod. Anyway, I need to get these bags made up so I can get the rods back out into the lake before my hands get too cold. And once the rods are out, I'll get some more bags tied again after that, just so I'm a bit more prepared for any fish that may come in the night tonight. I wasn't very prepared last night, and when it come to getting the rods back out after handling a couple of fish, my fingers were just numb, and quite frankly I just wanted to get back in bed. So let's be a bit more prepared today. And then, fingers crossed, we can have some more fish tonight. Right hand rod, 18 wraps, guys. There we go, guys. Third and final rod. That's the one I'm doing at 16 wraps, just to stagger the distances that I'm fishing at a little bit. Right, guys, as you can see, I've got my spod rod in my hand. That means I'm going to put out a little bit of bait. Will only be a little bit. Obviously, we're in the depths of winter. The fish aren't going to be heavily feeding, but I'm going to try it on just one rod. I'm going to spod over the middle rod, because that's the rod that hasn't done a bite yet. So, just to see if a bit of bait will work over one rod, and then if it doesn't, at least I'm not destroying my chances in all 3 rods. So, yeah, the rules on this lake are pellet and boilie only. So that's what I've got with me. Got 2 buckets down there. One's got a combo of mixed size pellet in, and the boilie is boilie chops, the same as what I've got on the hook, the Nuts 365. So I'm going to do mainly pellet, but then put a few sprinkling of the boilie chops in as well. So fingers crossed it doesn't totally destroy my swim, but if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. If it doesn't work, at least I'm doing it on the rod that's not done anything anyway. Won't be long before it's dark, guys. The sun is just dropping down below the tree line horizon behind me. And Friday now, so the lake's a bit busier, as you would expect for people who want to fish the weekend. But strangely enough, all this side of the lake where I am is still free. All the pegs from 2 right through to 10 are all occupied. There's someone in 12, which I believe is one of the lake bailiffs. Yeah, every single peg from 2 to 12, or bar 11, are all occupied. And then after that, all this side of the, well, this whole side that I'm on is completely empty. I was expecting it to be a lot busier than what it is. It's a weekend. So maybe that everyone being on the other side of the lake might work in my advantage. Lots of lines on that side of the lake. Only my 3 lines on this side of the lake. Yeah, weird how that is. Chatted to a few of them lads earlier on, they were all having a social over there. And then the lads who I was chatting to over that side, they were all having a social. It seems like there's 2 groups of socials and then Billy No Mate's here on his own. But yeah, starting to get a bit cold again now. Now the sun has dropped. It's starting to feel the cold again already, so it won't be long before it starts freezing again, I'm sure. Right, I'll still need to tie a couple more PVA bags. I did one spare one, just in case I had a cast that went wrong earlier on. So I've got one spare bag, but I want to get a couple more tied up while it's still daylight and before my hands get too cold. But yeah, I'm going to put the camera away, guys, because like I say, now the sun's going down, it's going to get cold, it's going to get condensatey very soon, so obviously I don't want my camera ruined. So fingers crossed, guys, I can have another fish or 2 maybe in the night. Everyone's bites, including my own, all come in darkness, so if that's the way the lake's going at the moment, then yeah, fingers crossed for the night. So yeah, you'll either see me in the night, or if not, I'll be like that in the morning. Well, another cold and frosty morning to wake up to, guys. I believe it's -3 at the moment. Unfortunately, no fish to wake me up last night. Quiet night, went to bed about 11 o'clock, slept right through to about 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock now, so just looking around the lake, see everyone else starting to wake up. I'm going to have some company as well now. There's some lad just starting to drop off his gear in Peg 25 here to my right. Yeah, unfortunately, no action at all last night, no bleeps, no nothing. I don't know how anyone else on the lake has got on yet. Obviously, I've not ventured out yet to go and see how people have got on yet. But yeah, quiet night last night. Right, first things first. Let's get me hot chocolate on the go so I can warm up a little. I was warm until I got out of my bed. And then, yeah, greeted by another frosty morning. Right, I'll catch up with you at some point when I'm doing something. Right then, guys, as you can see, rods are wound in. It's time to go and do that daily facilities visit. I need to go and fill up my water bucket as well to keep them hot drinks coming, keep warm during this cold weather. Tonight's fishing might look a bit more favourable. Might well see we ain't got blue skies today. We're completely overcast today. And as the day and night goes on today, we've got some changeable conditions. We are forecast some snow this evening, so might even be in for a snow cart possibly. And then tonight and early hours of the morning, we're forecast some heavy rain as well. So, and then during that time, the air pressure slowly starts dropping off as well. So, which kind of makes the fishing conditions a bit more favourable. The temperatures don't get quite as cold tonight. I think we're staying in the pluses tonight, but only just. Well, we've been getting obviously down -3, -4 the last couple of nights. I think we just stay in the pluses, like 1-2 degrees tonight. But that's obviously with a new weather front coming in that's bringing in this rain and snow and whatnot. So Luckily enough, when I do get back, because nothing happened last night, I've already got my PVA bags all ready to go. I am contemplating maybe changing one rod to a zig maybe. I haven't fully made up my mind yet, but I might do on one rod. I'll make up my mind when I get back if I do that or not. Yeah. Right, let's go and get this facilities visit done, and then sooner I've done that, sooner I can get fishing again. Right guys, so as you've just seen, I've put 2 rods out already. They're the 2 rods that I'm fishing on the PVA bags, 18 wraps. And as I said before I went to the facilities, I might do a rod on a zig. Well, as you might be able to see, I have decided to go for that option on the 3rd rod. So it's an adjustable zig. There we go. So float lead, it works exactly the same principle as a marker float setup. The only difference is you have a zig attached to the top. Black foam, black zig aligner as per all the zigs that I normally fish, and I've just give the foam a bit of a boost with some blackjack spray just to boost the effectiveness of it. Blackjack is, well, if you've had blackjacks, you know it's basically just aniseed. So, yeah. So we'll chuck this. I'm just going to pub chug this one. We haven't wrapped up or nothing, and then all the swims to my left are still empty, so it still gives me that water to kind of play around with. I think if anyone was going to do a night in these swims, they would have been here by now, because they have to. The start time is 10 o'clock and checkout time is 10 o'clock. So, right. Anyway, when I cast this out, I'm going to leave it at 3 foot for now, the length of the hook link, and then we'll work our way up from that in an hour or so. I probably won't go much deeper. I'll come up much higher. Apparently the most effective depth zig here is about 4 foot, so we'll leave it at 3 foot for an hour or so, and then we'll try 4 foot. Another hour we'll try 5 foot. If that doesn't work, I'll probably bring it back down to 4 foot. Right, let's get it out there. Right, fingers crossed guys, we can have some action on one of them rods today. I'd say if anything's going to happen today it would be the zig, but I'm not going to touch the rods now, well the PVA bag rods I mean, until a fish comes along. It's just, I don't think it's that kind of time of year to be re-chucking and re-chucking if nothing's happening. I don't think the fish are going to be moving much, so it's just a case of fingers crossed, and hopefully the fish will find that little pile of pellet and then the hook bait after that. So yeah, my money's on the zig rod today. like the PVA bag rods tonight. Right then guys, it's 4 o'clock, so it probably won't be long before I put the camera away now, so it's sheltered from the cold night air. Still no action today. Been casting the zig rod round a bit because obviously that's easy to cast around. The first cast I've done with it, I must have landed it on a bar or a shelf or something, because I brought it up to 4 foot, lovely jubbly, brought it up to 5 foot, and the float come up to the surface. So yeah, so I wound that in and cast it in a different spot, and so it's currently on that spot, still at the 3 foot of the zig length at the moment. But yeah, fingers crossed for the night. As I said earlier on, the conditions change this evening. We forecast some snow, then some rain. It sort of warms up as the night goes on, sort of into the early hours. So fingers crossed we can get another fish or two before we have to pack up tomorrow morning. Yeah, if nothing else happens, I'm not blanking. Oh guys, so I thought I'd do a quick update. Nearly 9 o'clock in the evening. Well, I think you can just make that out, but we have snow. We are due rain later on, so yeah. If we have a fish in the next couple of hours or so, we'll have a chance of getting a snow carp. But yeah, I know the light's not very good, I'm doing this by head torch, but that's no good, that's no good. Right, I better go guys, because I'm letting snow into my bivvy. Come on the snow carp. Good morning everybody. Having to hide the camera inside my bivvy because, as you can probably hear above the camera, it's raining. That snow we had last night didn't last long. About an inch of snow settled during the night, and then that was quickly washed away by the rain we've got now. Absolutely hammered it down during the night. Yeah, as there's no night footage, obviously nothing else happened in the night for me, so thank God night 1 was a productive night for me. I know some fish did come out last night, because I've seen on Facebook on the Willow Park Fishery page, there's some lads over to the right, or the right as I look at the lake. Someone's put in peg 3, they had a fish last night, and peg 5 had a fish last night. They're all part of the same social group, them lads. So well done to them. But yeah, it's going to be a wet pack up this morning, unfortunately. It's what rain we've got now is due in all day, to stay all day, so there's no point trying to kind of delay things hoping the rain's going to stop, because it's not going to. Or it's not forecast to stop anyway. Right, I have to be off by 10 o'clock. It's now 8:30, so I've basically got an hour and a half to pack up. So, oh, excuse me. Cold's got to my asthmatic chest. So yeah, so unfortunately it's going to be a sort of a pack up now, really. Camera's getting misty, so yeah, so we've caught a couple, so I'll call it a successful session. My first 2 fish of 2025, I'm happy with that. 1 of each, a common and a mirror. So yeah, my goal for this session was just not to blank, so a fish for the entirety of the session I'd have been happy with, and I've had 2, so I've doubled my goal basically. Right, Again, not sure when or where I'm going to be. You know, matters at home could take a different course that might stop my plans, but whatever will be, will be. Right, as I'm misting up, I'll say goodbye. I'll leave the rods out for as long as I can, obviously, but till next time, tight lines.